Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Typically, I'm on here on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, but today we're doing 10 a.m. because I have podcast interviews all day, and so I just finished recording an awesome interview. By the way, guys, I can't wait for you to hear this interview. It was with somebody who, she reminds me a lot of myself, actually. So it's always fun to kind of like talk to people where you have lots to talk about and you have lots in common. And we kind of have the same heart for inspiring people to live a healthier, happier, more up-leveled life. And so we talked about all sorts of cool stuff like dropping mom guilt and how to delegate in your mom life, and you know what it really means to have balance in mom life. So that was pretty cool. So I can't wait for you guys to hear that episode. If you're jumping on here with me live, please let me know that you're catching me live, and if you end up watching the replay, let me know you're watching the replay. I love to kind of know when people are tuning in and out. So today we're talking all about skin. Okay, my absolute favorite thing to talk about is skin. But before we get started, I just want to make a little announcement. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll know I kind of share my behind the scenes life and stories. And I had somebody reach out to me and she was saying, I love the little things that you share of what you do in your own life behind the scenes. And she said, I love your lives, but I would really love to be able to watch maybe like 12 days of Christmas or something that you do where you just give little tips every day, things that you do to up-level your own life. And I was like, that is a super fabulous idea. So I love it when people who follow me give me ideas that I can share with everybody. So I thought it was a great idea, and I am going to do that. So starting tomorrow, I'm doing the 12 days of Christmas. I'm calling it the 12 gifts of Christmas. Starting tomorrow, I'm going live every day for 12 days. And every day, I'm going to do a short 5 to 10 minute live on something from my life, or something that I've done in my life or implemented in my life, or something that I use in my life to improve my mind, body, soul, or motherhood. Okay, so you know that our tagline is mind, body, soul, motherhood, and I'm really trying to inspire moms to live their best, happiest, healthiest life. So every day starting tomorrow for the next 12 days, I'm going to be sharing some cool stuff with you that kind of just has really helped me in my own life as a mom. Okay, so tune into that, and I haven't picked a time yet. Because I gotta kind of like figure out between my mom life and my business and my podcast and my yoga and everything else that I commit to, how this is going to work. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do a set time every day, or if I'm going to kind of sporadically go live whenever it works for me. Stay tuned. I'll keep you posted. I'll be putting it up on the cover of the front page there on the Facebook biz page here. So you'll see all about that, how that's going to go. I'll keep you posted. So let's get into it. Okay, guys, I'm super passionate about skin and skincare, and just to share a little bit of my story with you about why. When I was a teenager, I had horrible skin. Okay, I had very bad acne. I don't know what's up with my hair today. I feel like I look like I have a mullet, so my apologies. But anyways, I had really bad acne. I had horrible skin. And as a teenager, for anyone who struggled with acne and bad skin, it is just like the worst time of your life to be having bad skin, because you're so self-conscious, your self-esteem isn't great, the cool kids don't like you, like all sorts of reasons why. Having bad skin in your teens is just like, it can be life-changing to have bad skin as a teenager, because it really, it impacts you in so many ways, emotionally, physically, bad skin can cause scarring, which can affect you for the rest of your life. So for me, having bad skin in my teenage years really affected me in a lot of ways. But one of the ways that it affected me was I really developed this passion for figuring out how to make it better. And so by accident, I kind of stumbled into this love for skincare. And when I was a teenager, so when I was about 16, 17, that's when all these things like alpha hydroxy acids, beta hydroxy acids, glycolic acid, salicylic acid. All these things were kind of starting to hit the market. I remember Estee Lauder came out with something called Fruition, which was an alpha hydroxy serum, and Clinique came out with this thing called Turnaround Cream, which was salicylic acid. And I was reading about them in magazines and learning that they speed up exfoliation of your skin and can help with skin problems. So I tried, like, you name it, and I've tried it. As the years have gone, I have experimented with alpha hydroxy acids, beta hydroxy acid, like glycolic, salicylic, you name it, I've tried it. And I think that trying those things and implementing those things into my skincare is one of the reasons why now at 42, I have pretty good skin. I definitely credit a lot of, the last 25 years of kind of experimenting with these various things. I definitely credit a lot of that to, having the good skin. But I don't think that you need to have been doing this stuff for 25 years to have great skin. So, and now today in my 40s, I'm passionate about maintaining good skin and having healthy glowing skin, because as you get older, your skin is kind of where you see it first, right? So that's important to me to maintain healthy skin. And there's a lot of different things that I do to do that. So I'm going to share those with you guys today. And one caveat I am going to put in here is, if you follow me, you know that I am really passionate about living a holistic and healthy lifestyle as much as I can. I don't claim to be perfect. I do my best. We try to eat organic food and we try to be non-toxic. And even when it comes to the products that I'm putting on my body, I am much more cognizant now of what I'm putting on my body in terms of skincare and body care, the shampoo that I use and all that, than I ever have been. So if you are somebody who, like me, is really being conscious of what you're putting on your skin, there may be some things that I share with you here that I've done in the past, or that I may still do now, that you might be thinking, I'm not going to put that on my skin. I'm not perfect. I haven't gone completely all natural on my skin yet. I like I said, I do my best and I'm getting there, but I just wanted to throw that caveat in there that skincare is one area where I have not gone completely holistic, and there's going to be many kind of little tips that I share with you that if you are in that place, that might not be for you. But if you're somebody who that doesn't bother, and you're okay with putting some of these things on your face or on your skin, or trying some of these things, then these tips are going to be great for you. So I just wanted to throw that caveat in there. So before we get into the good stuff, which I know everybody always wants to hear, what do you put on your skin? What do you use? I'm going to do the boring stuff first, okay? Nobody wants to hear it, guys, but really, skincare is kind of the last thing you should be thinking about. It's a band-aid. It's the stuff that goes on top. You cannot have good skin if you don't have good insides. So I always say healthy skin starts from the inside out. You have to become more cognizant and more conscious of what you're putting in your body. Everything from the food that we're eating, the water that we are drinking, and what we are doing and are not doing, we need to be thinking about. Okay, so I'm going to kind of give you my top tips in terms of from the inside out, what you need to start doing if you're not already doing, to help you get better skin. So the number one thing is, no brainer here, water. Okay, water, and I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I'm going to share this with you guys because honesty is the best policy. There were years, you guys, for years, especially in my 20s, I could go all day without drinking water. I don't know how that's possible. Like, looking back on that now, like, I drink almost 3 liters of water a day now. But back then, I could literally go all day and drink no water. It's embarrassing to admit that, and I still sometimes wonder if down the road I'm going to suffer some sort of consequences because I didn't drink any water in my 20s and even some of my 30s. But increasing my water uptake has hugely helped my skin. If you've ever woken up from a night of, too much wine,
or you've ever gone a day where you've been drinking a lot of coffee, and then you notice that your skin feels more parched and dry, and that's because you're dehydrated. So the number one way to plump up your skin and do it from the inside out is increasing your water intake. So the kind of rule of thumb is divide your body weight in half and then take that in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you divide that in half, it's 50 ounces in a day. Some people need more, some people need less, but try to get at least that. So I'm trying to drink about 3 liters of water a day. Not only is it amazing for your skin, but it's amazing for your insides. So that's the number one thing you should be doing, is increasing the water intake. Now, number 2, you are what you eat, guys, okay? We need to start eating more real food and less crappy food. Increase the amount of real food you're eating, decrease the amount of not real food you're eating, and within that real food, I would say primarily vegetables should be like taking up most of your plate. Vegetables are chock full of fiber that carries toxins out of your body, and toxins create bad skin. And they are also chock full of all sorts of antioxidants and nutrients. Take a look at somebody who eats real whole food or juices on a regular basis, and I always notice this about people. They will always have tighter, more glowing skin. Juicing, getting those nutrients through vegetable juices is a great way to up the nutrients in terms of what's good for your skin, right? Antioxidants, nutrients, but all sorts of vitamins. Like vitamin A is amazing for your skin, and carrots are chock full of vitamin A. So if you're out and you have the opportunity to grab a fresh pressed juice, I'd be reaching for the carrot juice because it's so good for your skin. So there's all sorts of foods out there that are great for your skin. And types of foods, okay? So healthy fats are going to be amazing for your skin. So things like avocado, fish, right, full of omega-3s, nuts that are good, full of healthy fats as well, are great for your skin. So just increasing your consumption of those foods is going to benefit your skin. So that's kind of one place to start. I'm also going to list off some other foods here that contain high levels of antioxidants or vitamins and minerals that are specifically good for your skin. I kind of have it all written down here so I wouldn't forget. So spinach, great for your skin, okay? Berries, great for your skin. And blueberries, by the way, not only are they amazing for your skin, but blueberries are great for your brain. They're full of antioxidants that are specifically great for your brain. So adding blueberries. Tomatoes, okay, the lycopene in tomatoes, so good for your skin, so good for your collagen. Green tea, okay, high in antioxidants, very good for your skin. Turmeric, okay, turmeric, for those of you who don't know, it's used a lot in Indian cooking, but just making yourself like a little turmeric tea every day, great for your skin. Turmeric is amazing for inflammation, so it calms your skin, both internally and externally. I mean, you can take, any of this stuff and make like a little mask and put it on your face, but start on the inside first. Lemon juice. Okay, you guys know that I've talked about the benefits of drinking lemon water. There's a lot of things in lemons specifically that are great for your skin, that are, antioxidants, and keep your skin plump and hydrated. So those are just some of the foods. Now, things to avoid, okay? So this falls under that category of things you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. So more of the good real food, less of anything that's dehydrating. So alcohol, coffee, you want to cut back. I've really cut back on my coffee intake. I went for a month in September drinking no coffee. And I wouldn't call myself addicted to coffee anyways. It's not something that I need daily. I just like the taste and the smell of it. I cut it out completely, and there's a lot of reasons why I try not to drink coffee anymore. Coffee's got a lot of other things wrong with it, but it's really bad for your skin. So that might be a good place to start, is to try to cut back on coffee because it's super dehydrating. Sugar, okay, this is a big one, okay? What people don't realize about sugar is it's so bad for you just for so many reasons, you guys. Like sugar is the new fat. You know, in the like 80s and 90s, they've been talking about how bad fat is for you. Real fat is not bad for you. Real fat is great for you. The real culprit, I believe personally, in all the research that I've been doing when it comes to heart disease, and all sorts of other issues. We're having cancer now, is on the rise, you know, all these things. I believe sugar is the culprit. So not only is it bad for your health, but sugar breaks down collagen, okay? And it's not like just white sugar. Like you're like, oh, I don't take white sugar. So no, it's not just white sugar. It's sugar in anything. So that's why I said when you're eating real food, you want to focus on vegetables, because fruit is full of sugar. So you want to eat fruit, but I'd say if you had a plate full of food, a quarter of that should be fruit, because at the end of the day, it's all the same in your body. So, you know, making fresh pressed juice at home is no good if you're pressing just like apples every day. You want to make sure that a large portion of that is vegetables, and then you get a little bit of sugar in there, that's okay. Sugar breaks down collagen. It's super bad for you. And not to mention, sugar messes with your hormones. So having too much sugar in your body messes with your hormones, which as you get older, your hormones really play a part in your skin, okay? Everything from breakouts to loss of elasticity and loss of collagen, all of that stuff is affected by hormones, right? So people will say, you know, they'll get into their 30s and 40s and they'll be like, oh, my skin's going crazy. Like, I thought I dealt with this in my teenage years. I'm a grown adult. Like, why is this happening to me? But if you think about the teenage years when hormones are so crazy, right? That's why in your teenage years, you're more likely to get breakouts. So when you're starting to get those in your 30s and going into your 40s, that's also when our hormones start to change again. So of course it makes sense that we're going to have issues with our skin. So if your hormones are not in balance, you're going to have issues with your skin. So I always say, if you've got something going on with your skin, yes, look for a Band-Aid solution to help fix whatever the problem is. But the first thing I do when I have anything going on with my skin is I look at what's going on inside. Are my hormones out of whack? Have I been consuming too much sugar, too much alcohol lately? Because alcohol messes with your hormones too, right, ladies? Like, it's all connected, okay, guys? If you haven't figured that out yet, what you take into your body is connected to your hormones, and everything that you do and surround yourself with, and how your liver, you know, takes toxins out of your body. Like, there's so many things, and it's all this web of connections. So the things that I'm talking about today are just genuinely good things to do for your health, but they do affect your skin. Take a look at anybody who's got healthy glowing skin. Yes, there might be things that supplements they're taking and things that they're doing topically that are helping their skin, but I guarantee you they also, unless they are like a genetic freak, right? Because we all know those people have amazing skin, but they eat like crap. But I'd say 99% of the time, most people who have amazing, healthy, glowing skin also have a fabulous diet. So you want to get rid of the sugar in your diet, guys. It's not doing you any favors. And if you care about your skin, especially once you start getting, you know, kind of past your mid-30s and into your early 40s, you're going to start to notice a big difference. Like, you know, you're going to wake up one day and there's going to be like a wrinkle on your forehead from where you slept from the sheets, and it's going to take like hours to go away. And you're going to be like, what happened? That is the collagen and elastin in your skin starting to break down, because that happens over time. So by eating the right foods and, you know, kind of giving our body the right tools, we can kind of suppress that a little bit. So that's just like a little tip. Is that's going to happen, and eating the right food and kind of starting now, whatever age stage that you're at, it's never too soon or too late to start. Okay, I just want to quickly touch on something called astaxanthin. It is an antioxidant that gives red food its color. It is amazing for skin. There's a lot of research coming out now on it, and I think you can actually get it in supplement form, if I'm not mistaken. I've never taken it as a supplement, but it is in crab, it's in lobster, it's in anything red, okay, any kind of food that's red has astaxanthin in it. And so astaxanthin is, it's also found in all sorts of anti-aging skin products, so topical products. So this is just, the reason I share this with you is just to let you know that there's all these little, you know, you're going to hear all these little buzzwords. When you hear something like astaxanthin, it's an antioxidant, okay? So when you're reading labels or you're looking at foods to consume, anything that's got astaxanthin in it is going to be great for your skin. Like I said, it's an anti-inflammatory, and that's just like for all you skin nerds out there who maybe are like to get like deep into this stuff. I just wanted to throw that out there that it's becoming quite the buzz in skincare. Okay, now let's get away from, I want to talk about supplements really quickly too, okay? So food, super important. And then if you want to take it a step further and you want to talk about supplementation, like I mentioned astaxanthin, you know, if that's something that you're interested in, I would do your research. You can go get supplements of astaxanthin. I personally don't take it. I might try it one day though. Okay, so here are the supplements I take specifically for my skin, okay? Vitamin C. Not only is vitamin C awesome for your health, but if you don't already know this, I'm going to drop a little knowledge tip for you here, is that our bodies don't naturally make vitamin C. I think we're one of like 2 species on the planet that don't actually make our own vitamin C. I think it's us and pigs, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure it's pigs. And if I'm wrong, I apologize, but for some reason I think it's pigs that don't make their own vitamin C. But every cell in our body needs vitamin C. So we don't make it naturally, but we need it. And if you're not like getting a ton of fresh fruits and vegetables, you're not getting enough vitamin C, guys. So just for your overall health, I highly recommend taking high doses of vitamin C. But vitamin C is gives collagen its building blocks. So when you take high doses of vitamin C, you're actually helping the collagen in your body to regenerate and build those building blocks of collagen that we need for our skin, because collagen makes up our skin, right? And same with elastin. So collagen and elastin, you've probably heard of them being used interchangeably. Collagen is kind of like the layer that covers elastin that gives our skin like its plumpness. But elastin is like the fibrous kind of, it's like a net that allows your skin to bend and gives it its elasticity. So vitamin C is good for those and helps the building blocks of those things, collagen and elastin, that are going to help keep your skin not only plump, but also keep that elastin nice and strong so it can still be flexible, right? When you start to get wrinkles or you wake up in the morning and your like face has been in your pillow and you've got that crease in your pillow, that's because your skin's not flexible anymore. It's going down and it's taken a long time to come back up. So supporting that by taking supplements like this is a good idea. So I take high dose vitamin C and I find that it also helps with immunity. I mean, I do a lot of things to boost our immunity around here, so I can't say it's just the vitamin C, but I definitely think vitamin C plays a big role. If you're into this stuff, guys, there's a ton of research out there on the benefits of vitamin C. I highly recommend taking a look. You would be amazed. And the problem is people will say, well, I take vitamin C, but I still get sick. It's because you're not taking enough. Okay, taking 1 pill of vitamin C a day is not enough. You need to dose high. I take 6,000 milligrams a day when I'm healthy, and if I get sick, I'm taking like 12,000 milligrams a day. And the other thing is, vitamin C, your cells take it up. When you take it, they take it up and they excrete what they don't need. So you can't just take it once a day. You got to take it multiple times a day. So if you're into this stuff, you can research it. But like I take vitamin C 2,000 milligrams 3 times a day. That's how I dose it. And when I'm sick, I'll be taking like 4,000 milligrams 3 times a day. Okay, but it's great for your skin. It's also, that's why you find vitamin C being used in topical serums, because it's also great topically. The other thing I take specifically for my skin is collagen, okay? I don't eat meat for several reasons that I will not get into here, but I don't have anything against meat products, let's put it that way. So collagen derived from meat or fish or whatever. I think you can get plant collagen too. I don't really have an issue with trying different kinds. Right now, I'm taking this one. It's Within Us, I think is the brand. It's marine collagen. So this is coming from Marine Life. And I loved this one because it comes in these little packets. Okay, I'm all about convenience, and when I'm on the go, I love to be able to just grab one of these, and then you can throw it in whatever. You can throw it in your water, your tea, your coffee, your smoothie. So I take collagen. I've taken collagen for a long time. Collagen comes in all sorts of forms. You can get collagen pills. So just do your homework. Talk to people that take it. Do what works for you. But if you're into supplements, I think collagen is a great supplement to take. And then the third thing that I do for my skin, or the third supplement that I take this for more than just my skin, but today I'm going to share with you that this is like one of the things I take for my skin, but it has many other benefits, is fish oil. So fish oil, full of omega-3s, which are amazing for all sorts of things in your body. Cod liver oil is the best, in my opinion. And so I try to get my fish oil through cod liver oil. I go back and forth. I try different brands, but right now I'm liking this one. It's by Nordic Naturals, and it's the Arctic cod liver. And like I said, it's got the omega-3, which is amazing for your skin. So those are like the 3 supplements that I take that I would say are kind of like my biggest skin supplements. Okay, so we talked about sugar, we talked about eating, we talked about supplements, and one more thing I'm going to mention here before I talk about topical stuff is your gut. Okay, guys, if you keep up with me and you've watched kind of my lives before on healthy living, there's a ton of research coming out now on the importance of a healthy gut. Your immune system lies in your gut, okay? So you need to have a healthy gut in order to have a healthy body, and this also goes for your skin. If you're having major issues with your skin and you haven't been able, and you think you're eating healthy and you're doing all the right stuff and you still can't figure out what's going on with your skin, it could be gut issues, okay? So I would be looking at taking probiotics and increasing fermented foods, okay? You can be eating healthy and doing all the right things and still have an unhealthy gut because it's endured years of abuse. So just because you switch over and start eating healthy doesn't mean that suddenly your gut is going to be healthy. It can take months to restore your gut health. So help it along by increasing your probiotic rich foods, increasing probiotic intake, increasing the water like we were talking about, increasing fiber. So those are the things that are going to kind of balance out your gut. But oftentimes, if somebody's saying, well, I've got major skin issues and I'm eating healthy and I'm drinking lots of water and I'm doing the right thing, I would say that your gut might be a good next place to look. Okay, healthy gut, healthy body, healthy skin. Okay, let's get into the nitty gritty good stuff, because I know this is what you guys have been waiting for, is the skincare. So like I said, I try everything and anything. I'm a total skincare junkie. You name it, I've probably tried it. A couple things I haven't tried, I guess. So let's start with cleansing the skin. For years, because I had oily skin and because I had bad skin in my teens, I was of the belief that you need to wash your face with, like the foaming face wash or the soapy cleansers and get all that gunk off before you kind of replenish with hydration. And I did that for years, and it served me fine in my 20s and my 30s. But as I get into my 40s, I really find myself, even though my skin is still kind of like combination oily, dry, I just find that after I wash my face now, it just feels so parched and rough when I'm using these like traditional cleansers that are foaming and have all these surfactants in them that foam up. Okay, they're completely stripping my skin. And I don't know, I just started feeling like it was like contributing to age, like my aging, like the look of my skin aging. I felt like I would dry it out and then I would put stuff back on, and it just didn't feel right to me anymore. So I started experimenting with oil cleansing. And there's all sorts of different ways to oil cleanse. You just need an oil, right? So people use coconut oil, you can use grapeseed oil, jojoba. It really depends on your skin type. And at first it was kind of felt like really icky to me to be using oil to clean my skin. But when you think about it, oil and water kind of don't mix, right? So oil breaks down oil. So what I started doing was experimenting with different kinds of oils, oil cleansers. I've made my own cleansers. I've bought oil cleansers. And what I do is, I think that the secret to kind of being okay with cleaning your skin with oil is investing in a whole bunch of washcloths that you can use one time and then toss in the wash. So what I do is I will take the oil, I'll pump it into my hand, I'll rub it around, and I'll rub it all over my face. And if you're wearing makeup or whatever, like completely will emulsify it. And then once you've given your face a really good massage and kind of let it sit on there for a couple minutes, then you take your washcloth and, I like it with hot water. You can do cold water. You can do whatever feels good to you. But I will just kind of lay it on my face and then I'll like wipe everything off slowly. And the first time I did that, I did a little test. Like I took like a little toner and rubbed it over my face with a cotton pad to see if I'd gotten everything. And it actually worked amazing. So I actually had nothing on the cotton pad because the oil had done its job and broken down the oil and gotten everything off. And my skin felt super amazing. Like it didn't feel parched and dry or, I just felt like it just felt so cushy and soft. So I was hooked after that, and I started doing that, I'd say probably about a year ago. I started experimenting, okay? Sorry, my hair is just doing wonky things today. So the oil cleansing, so start there. If you're looking for something new or a new way to approach your skincare, start with your cleanser. And by the way, no need to clean your face in the morning, guys. Like you do have like dead skin cells and all that stuff kind of building up overnight, but you don't need like a harsh cleanser to wash your face in the morning. Just invest in those washcloths, and in the morning, just use a nice hot washcloth to just wipe everything off your face. And if you must, use an oil cleanser. I think that you'll find that if you're kind of getting to that place where you're in your late 30s, 40s, and you're finding that your skin feels really dehydrated, and you're getting those fine lines, just changing your cleanser is going to make a huge difference. Now, right now, if you guys know me, I'm super into essential oils, right? So I've been playing around with all sorts of essential oils. I've used just coconut oil as a cleanser before, and that wasn't really like doing it for me. I wanted more. So now I'm just playing around, but I've made my own oil cleanser. I just used an old bottle that I had laying around, and I think it's grapeseed oil is the base in here, okay? Next time I make this, I think I'm gonna do it with jojoba, just because it is something that I'm gonna be wiping off my face, and so jojoba is just a little bit richer. And you could do sweet almond oil, you can do anything, right? Anything that suits you. And in this one, I wanted to put essential oils that are good for the skin, but that aren't crazy expensive because it's just getting washed off. But I did want something that, makes it smell nice and does have like some, benefits for the skin. And so in this one in particular, what I love about essential oils and making your own skin products is that you can really customize them to your own skin. So if you're watching this, don't just do what I'm doing, really think about what your skin needs and do that. So in this, I've got ylang ylang. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe it's lang lang. Maybe the Y is silent. I've always wondered. So if you know how to pronounce it, let me know. Lang Lang is great for skin. The reason I put it in here is it's soothing and it smells like sweet. So it gives the cleanser this like kind of sweet smell, which I liked. Tea tree, okay, essential oil. Tea tree is great for, I kind of think it's like that medicinal kind of smell. It gets rid of excess oil and bacteria. So that's why I put that in here. I don't like the smell of tea tree, and it's not something that I would ever myself put in something that I'm going to leave on my face, but I like the idea of having it in here. Lemon essential oil, again, for the smell. It's also an antiseptic. It's also cleansing, right? Kind of similar to tea tree. It's got that kind of cleansing feeling. And lemon is also lightening. So if you've got hyperpigmentation of any kind, or you need some skin brightening, lemon has those properties in it. Lavender, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I don't like the smell of lavender. I had coffee with a girlfriend yesterday who loves lavender. Okay, she's like obsessed with it. It is a very calming, soothing oil. It's used for a ton of different things. It's in a ton of baby products because it is so calming. I personally am not a fan of the smell of lavender. I don't know why, but it is calming and it does soothe skin. So I wanted it somewhere in my skincare routine. So I put this in my face oil. Geranium is another one, great for skin strengthening. So I've got geranium in here, and then myrrh, which is like it's kind of like a woody aroma, and myrrh is also great for like skin strengthening and brightening skin. Okay, so I just kind of am playing around here, guys. Like I'm just learning and I'm figuring it out. So this is what I wash my face with right now. Oh, and the other thing I added to this, if you want to get really crazy, is lactic acid. So I talked earlier about, some of those things that I do that, I've just played around with. So lactic acid is one of them. So you can go to skin supply stores or places where you can buy make your own skin product stores, and they will sell this kind of stuff. So that's where I bought the lactic acid, and I literally just put like a couple of drops in here. It's exfoliating. So that is my skin cleanser right now. So this bottle's halfway finished. When this is done, I'll probably try something different. Vanessa Cromer, hi Vanessa. So she's calling somebody to come watch this. So that's awesome. The next thing I do, guys, is after I wash my face with my, we're talking nighttime. Okay, this is my nighttime routine. So I'm washing my face with that, and then I am hydrating. Now, I have used all sorts of things in the past to hydrate my skin. Actually, that's wrong. I'm not hydrating. I'm doing a treatment. Okay, sometimes. So I've really backed off on the treatments because I'm trying to go all holistic and natural whenever possible. But I still do sometimes use some type of a treatment, whether it's got glycolic acid, salicylic acid, retinol. Okay, one of those things I've been doing. Now, if you talk to a dermatologist and you say, what's the number one way that I can have great skin and prevent wrinkles? They're going to say wear sunscreen and use a retinol product. I credit retinol with having great skin. I've been using it for years, but now that I'm getting into this more kind of holistic world and not wanting to put these things on my skin, I'm really getting away from retinol. Not to mention, retinol's hard on your skin. So as you get older and your skin tends to get more dry, retinol is going to make you drier, right? So now I probably am using retinol maybe once every 2 weeks. Okay, I'll show you what I use, and once I'm finished this tube, I don't know that I will purchase another one of these, but this is like the potent stuff. So I use this stuff by SkinCeuticals. It's the 1% pure retinol, so this is pretty potent. If you've got major issues with your skin, you've got bad acne, you've got deep wrinkles, you can go to your dermatologist and ask for a prescription of a prescription strength retinol product. I have done that in the past. There's all sorts of things out there. Tazorac comes to mind. Tazorac's like an old harsh one. So if you're into that, and if you're into retinol can do amazing things for your skin. Okay, so I recommend it, but I always put that caveat in there that it is harsh for your skin. And it's something I personally I'm trying to get away from, but definitely if you're all up in the skin land and you want to do good things for your skin, retinol is a pure retinol. So this is straight retinol. This isn't a product that's got retinol in it. This is like a 1% concentration of retinol. Now, if you want to do kind of like a lighter version of retinol, so you're like, well, I don't want to do the potent stuff, then just look for retinol in your products, okay? There's all sorts of companies out there now that are making anti-aging skincare products that have retinol in them. Just look for it as an ingredient. And same with eye cream, right? This is the eye cream I'm loving right now. It's called Miracle Worker, and it's by Philosophy. And It's it's a miraculous anti-aging retinoid eye repair. So it has retinol in it. So again, I don't use this every day. Okay, this stuff's really harsh on your skin. So I would say if you've never used retinol before and you want to introduce it into your skincare, you want to just do it once and wait like 10 days to see how your skin reacts, because it might not react right away. It'll be like 4 days later and your skin will be flaking and you'll be like, what's going on? So you want to have a super slow introduction into retinol if you've never used it. So so that's my nighttime, some sort of a treatment. And I don't have it with me right now, but Neostrata is a great line of skincare products that carry creams and lotions that have like glycolic acid in them. And I love glycolic acid, you guys. Glycolic acid, when I was pregnant, I couldn't use retinol. But glycolic acid I used on my face, and it's great for smoothing, it's great for pigmentation, and it really is just another one of those things that helps speed skin turnover. Okay, and then after I put on my treatment product, which again, like I said, I don't do this every night, but like a couple nights a week I'll do some sort of treatment. Then I put on my hydrating product, okay? So right now, we were talking about essential oils before. I am into essential oils. I try different stuff all the time. Right now I'm into like my own serum that I've made for my skin with essential oils. When this bottle is finished, I will probably try something else. So I make my own skin serum, and I think a lot of people have been waiting for this. I had a few people ask me about my recipe for my skin serum, so I'm going to share it with you guys today. But again, I just want to put in the caveat that the beauty of essential oils and just making your own skin products is that you can customize it to what works for you, right? So I will share with you what I put in my oil and how much of it and why, but please do your own research. And if you have questions about essential oils, like pop them in the comments. Like, I might not touch on a skin issue that you have, but I can definitely guide you in the right direction and tell you what oil you should be using in your skincare or looking for to help with that skin issue. So for me, first of all, I buy these little dropper bottles, right, at another one of those like skin supply stores that I was talking about before that sell all this kind of stuff. It looks like this. Okay, the dropper bottle looks like the dropper looks like this. This is, I think, I want to say this is 30 ml. Yeah, this is a 30 ml bottle. Okay, in this 30 ml bottle, I have right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 different oils in this bottle. I don't recommend doing that. I've gotten to 7 just because I've really gotten into oils. I'm learning about them. I like to try different things. This bottle is almost finished, and you know, when I make a new one, I'll probably put a different combination of oils. Now, I will tell you the oils that I had in here and then what I added, because what I added took it up to like 7 oils. But what I have in this bottle is frankincense. Okay, so frankincense, if you've heard me talk before about frankincense, it's like the king of oils. It's got a ton of amazing benefits. But for skin, it's regenerating, and it really helps with like plumping the skin and regenerating the skin and kind of helping alleviate some of those fine lines. This is kind of like, I want to say, the main like star of this oil. So whatever the main star is, whatever your main issue is, like my main issue is I'm 42 and I want to deal with fine lines. So frankincense is going to be like the star of the show here. So I put in 20 drops of frankincense into this bottle. That's the most that I'm going to use, okay? And then every other oil, I'm doing less. So frankincense is my main oil. And cost comes into play here too, right, guys? Like some of these oils, like they're not cheap. So you want to make sure that you're being very purposeful about how much you're using. So you want to use more of the essential oil that is going to cover whatever your biggest concern is. So for me right now, it's anti-aging. Frankincense is kind of like my big guy, my big guns. Sandalwood and vetiver are the next 2 that are great for skin, and actually copaiba. So I'll put these three together because these three, so vetiver and sandalwood kind of do similar things. I'm going to lump them together, and they kind of like have similar smells too. Like I love the smell of sandalwood. I love the smell of vetiver. It's kind of like a woody, sweet smell. And they kind of have similar effects on the skin. So these are great for lightening scars, brightening the skin, regenerating scarring. So if you've got stretch marks or acne scars or chickenpox scars, these are great for that kind of stuff. And then copaiba is also regenerative, okay? And I use doTERRA oils, and so for me it's kind of easy to remember because all three of these bottles are similar colors, and so it just reminds me, and copaiba is also kind of like got a woody smell to it. So, you don't have to use all three of these. If you're interested in like skin discoloration or you've got issues of like scarring, just start with one. Start with sandalwood or start with vetiver. I have slowly just started like adding more and more oils to my routine, but my basic one before copaiba came along was frankincense, sandalwood and vetiver, and helichrysum. Those were like my four that I started with. And then now I've slowly, as I learn more about the oils, I start to kind of add more oils and experiment with different things. So in this original bottle was 20 drops of frankincense, and then there was 10 drops of vetiver, 5 drops of sandalwood, and 5 drops of helichrysum. Helichrysum is like, somebody called it a liquid Band-Aid, okay? It's great for putting on your, like I actually have this in like a little boo-boo spray that I make for my kids with some aloe vera and lavender and soothing oils, and helichrysum is one of them because it's great for putting on top of boo-boos. So, and this is great. Helichrysum is a great oil for skin. So I use 20 of the frankincense, 10 of the vetiver, and then 5 each of the sandalwood. I put those in this bottle, and then I top it up with my carrier oil. Your carrier oil can make or break your skincare, right? If you have the wrong carrier oil, these oils might not feel good on your skin. So you wanna figure out what kind of skin you have, and then pick your carrier oil based on that. If you have really dry skin, I would go with like an argan oil or a jojoba as a base, or even some people use olive oil, guys. Olive oil, it's if you've got really dry skin, you might want to consider using olive oil. Personally, I have more of a combination skin and I don't like things to be super greasy. I love grapeseed oil as a carrier oil. When I put it on my face, it feels hydrating, and then within moments, it's absorbed and my skin just feels hydrated and there's like no grease left. So I love it for that reason. Now, that's what I started with in my skincare. Then I learned about the copaiba and the regenerative and great skin properties of copaiba. So then I added a few drops of the copaiba to this. And then most recently, I got Blue Tansy, which is a super pricey oil, but it's supposed to be great for your skin. It's supposed to be great for things like eczema, psoriasis, soothing your skin, allergies. Like if you've got allergic reactions, like, for me, I'm allergic to a ton of different things, and sometimes they manifest in different ways in my skin. So Blue Tansy is great for that. So I received my Blue Tansy, and I just wanted to kind of see what it does. So I put it in here. I put in, I think it was 5 drops. Okay, so before I had all the excess oils, my basic 4 were the frankincense, vetiver, helichrysum, and sandalwood. I use those for those reasons, right? The regenerative properties, the scarring. I still have a little bit of acne scarring from way back 20 years ago. But like I said, stretch marks. If you've got issues with stretch marks, that would be like a great soothing oil to put. This would be great soothing oil to put on your stretch marks too. So that is what is in my serum right now, and when this finishes, I'll probably try something different. What a lot of people like to put in their serum is lavender, which I shared with you in my cleansing oil. I don't like the smell of lavender, so I don't use it in my nighttime serum. But you know, if you've got issues with skin redness, skin inflammation, allergies, eczema, that type of stuff, lavender would be a great thing to add. So again, the rule of thumb I follow is 20 drops in a 30 ml bottle of whatever your star oil is going to be, and then 5 to 10 of the rest, just depending on what your issues are. And then I also take cost into account, because some of the oils are more expensive, so you don't want to be going crazy with them. So that's my nighttime serum that I am using on my face right now. Okay, so that's my nighttime routine. My morning routine is I get up in the morning and I take a clean, wet washcloth and I give my face a wipe with it. I don't wash my face in the morning with soap or anything like that. Then the next thing I do is vitamin C. Guys, vitamin C is like a must, okay? If there's one thing that sorry I keep playing with my hair, I just can't get over what's happening to my hair right now. Like it's out of control. If there's one thing that you're gonna add to your routine today, I would say vitamin C. Vitamin C serum. I wash my face, this is the first thing I put on. And please don't buy like a cheap vitamin C at the drugstore that you get at home and it's like a lotion or a cream. That's not pure vitamin C. You want a vitamin C serum, and you'll know it's the real deal because it looks like this. Okay, it's like kind of orangey yellow in color, and it's a liquid, like a clear yellow liquid. And when you put it on your skin, it's not greasy. It's like watery and a little tiny bit oily, and then it just absorbs into your skin. This isn't hydrating, this isn't anything. This is regenerative. This is an antioxidant. This should go on underneath your sunscreen if you're wearing a sunscreen during the day. This would basically be, rule of thumb when you're putting stuff on your face is go from thinnest to heaviest. So something super light like this, like a serum, should be the first thing that you put on after you wash your face, and then you want to layer on top of that from thinnest to thickest. After this, I do some type of a hydrating / firming serum. I have combination / oily skin. I don't like anything super greasy, so I do my vitamin C serum. I give it a few minutes. By the way, this is SkinCeuticals, okay? There's tons of brands out there that have great vitamin C serums, so just do your homework. I like SkinCeuticals. I've been using it for years. I love it. Then the next thing I do is put on something that's just a little bit hydrating and a little bit firming. I like to look for both of those kind of in one thing. For a very long time, I was using this by La Mer. It's called, what is it called? The Treatment Lotion. So this is like a firming, hydrating, it just feels like silky water. That's the best way I can describe it. I liked this because it wasn't super heavy and greasy. It was just hydrating. And I like it, but it's also got a kind of a powerful scent to it that I'm not in love with. So I used it. It's not cheap, so I just put it on the back burner. I'll probably get back to it, but right now I'm not loving the smell, so I'm kind of like off of it for a little bit. But right now I'm using this stuff. This is called, feels like a facelift. So this is a serum. It's like a lotiony kind of creamy serum. It is a little bit hydrating and firming and plumping. Okay, so this is basically what I put on during the day. These are my kind of two things that I don't leave the house with. If you've got super dry skin, you want something that's more hydrating. Let's talk about sunscreen really quick, because like I mentioned before, any dermatologist will tell you the number one thing that you can do to prevent wrinkles and save your skin is wear sunscreen. Here's where I stand on the whole sunscreen thing. Yes, I think it's important to save your skin from the sun. However, I'll say two things about this. One is sunscreen is full of toxic chemicals. So you're absorbing those into your skin, and you want to be really careful what you're putting on, okay? If you're putting sunscreen on your face every single day, you want to just be mindful of what kind of sunscreen you're putting on, because a lot of these sunscreens are full of chemicals that are getting absorbed into your face. So that's one thing. Number two, wearing sunscreen all day, every day, all year round prevents you from getting the sunshine that you need that helps your body make vitamin D, which is really important for your health. So when you're constantly loading up with sunscreen, especially in the winter, people will say, well, wear sunscreen even on a cloudy day. Where I live, it's cloudy like 90% of the time. If you're always wearing sunscreen and in the winter the rest of your body is covered up and you're not getting sun anywhere and your face is the only place and that's covered with sunscreen too, you're not getting the sunshine that you need to make vitamin D. Okay, so I would really balance the amount of sunscreen you're using with some common sense. You want to get some sunshine on your body as much as possible. Doesn't have to be on your face, but what I'm saying is just be very mindful of how you're using your sunscreen and make sure that you're not completely depriving your body of the ability to make vitamin D. Me personally, I don't wear sunscreen in the winter months. I wear it when I know I'm going to be in the sun, and I'm very mindful about what kind of sunscreen I'm putting on my skin. Right now, I'm into this stuff. Okay, so I just went on vacation to Mexico. I think I may have showed some of you in my Instagram stories what I use. I use this stuff, and what I love about these powder and physical sunscreens is that they have less chemicals in them because they're a physical barrier from the sun. They have less chemicals that are being absorbed into your skin. I'm really into this stuff by Color Science. It's an SPF 50. It's a physical sunscreen, meaning it physically blocks you from the sun. So you know when people are wearing zinc oxide or the sunscreens that make their face white, that's like a physical block from the sun. This is a similar idea. So it's got less toxic chemicals. It's more of a mineral powder. I love this stuff in the summer. I love it for when I'm on vacation. This is what goes on my face. I don't use toxic sunscreens on my face. So that's what I'll say about sunscreen. And then eye cream. So I go back and forth. You guys, your eyes, definitely you want to make sure that, you've got sunscreen around the eye area too, because that skin is so delicate. Holy smokes, I'm running into an hour now. So if you're still with me, congratulations, you should get a prize. So I'm going to wrap up here though. Eye cream, I use a different one at night than I do during the day. Right now I'm into this stuff by Caudalie. It's called The Eye Cream. It's hydrating, it's firming. I like it right now. I'm always playing around with different stuff. I'll probably come up with like an essential oil concoction for my eyes. But right now, that's what I'm into. So I use an eye cream at night, and then I use an eye cream during the day. And then finally, what was I going to say about my skin? Oh, the extras. Okay, so there are lots of extra things that you can do for your skin besides the everyday stuff. I personally love to do like a weekly mask depending on how my skin's feeling. Sometimes it's going to be a hydrating mask. Sometimes it's going to be like a charcoal face mask that absorbs toxins and oils. Right now I'm loving this stuff. It's the charcoal. I'm really into charcoal these days. Like if you watch me on Instagram, you'll know that I have like charcoal toothpaste that I use for my teeth. Charcoal's got tons of great benefits, but on my face, it absorbs oil. It's cleansing and purifying, and so I'm super into this. This one's by Modern Hippie. And if you guys follow me, you know that I had the founder of this brand on my podcast, and they were also a sponsor of the podcast. She makes all her own products. She's based here in British Columbia, so if you want to support local, head on over to her website. She makes all her own products, and the beauty of this company is they don't have any secrets of like the secret sauce of what goes into their products. She's happy to share her recipes with you on her website. She started making these things for the people who didn't want to make them for themselves, and so she sells this stuff, but you can literally like go on her website and find out how to make it yourself, and she lists all the ingredients. It's all natural, organic, sustainable. Okay, so I'm into the weekly face mask. And then I also love to go do things like get facials. And there's all sorts of things out there now that can help with scarring and acne. You've probably heard of the skin needling, where they kind of rub the needles all over your face and makes your face bleed. It's like micro needling, and then what it does is it regenerates new skin because it's causing these micro tears in your collagen, and it's being forced to rebuild. So there's that. There's these like glycolic acid facials that you can get. There's hydrofacial, which I'm really into lately. I go for a hydrofacial once a month right now, where they kind of like, it's like a microdermabrasion, but then it's like a vacuum that sucks up all the crap out of your skin. There's lasers out there for skin tightening that you can do. So, you know, if you really start digging and looking, there's lots of places that offer all these services to help you keep your skin nice and young and fresh and looking bright and amazing. So that's it, guys. Holy smokes, I've talked for an hour. I'm very passionate about skin, as you can tell. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for putting up with my crazy hair. Like, it's so out of control today. You know what I think it is? I curled it this morning, and then I did a podcast interview, and I was wearing headphones. And so it kind of like pushed all my hair down and gave me this like weird thing because I had my headphones like on my head like this. So I think I just figured out that's the problem. So that's it. I hope that was helpful. Drop your questions in the comments if you have any questions about anything, or private message me. You know, I'm super into essential oils lately, guys. So if you have any specific questions about the oils, message me. We'll hook you up if you want to purchase oils. I can help you with that too. And yeah, you know where to find me. Come follow me on Instagram. I do stories kind of my behind the scenes life there as well. And don't forget about the 12 days of Christmas starting tomorrow. I'm so excited to share that stuff with you. So make sure you're tuning in to keep up with me there. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.